This is the intro jingle. This is the Kpop Daebak Show with Eric Nam. Ooh.
Hey, what's up, everybody? This is Eric here. Welcome back to the show. And you might be thinking, hey, what is this show all about? What's going on? What is this? Is this a new episode? Is this an old episode? Well, I like to think of it as a new old cocktail. It's called a Nold, right? No? Sorry. Anyways, I've been recording this podcast for over 2 years now, which is quite ridiculous because I don't know how we've managed to. Thank you for listening. Essentially is what I'm trying to say. But it's kind of crazy that we've been doing it for over 2 years. And what's even crazier is that we've had some incredible artists, friends, and guests on this show. And because we've always been doing this show kind of nonstop, we've never really taken a step back and celebrated this show and the more than 20 episodes that we've done so far. So what you're about to listen to is some of our favorite moments with guests. Not all of them, because there's just literally too many to put into one episode, but hopefully listening will bring back some good memories for you. And if you're interested, you can go back and listen to some older ones while you're here. Now, while these special recap episodes go up, we are working behind the scenes on building out a revamp, refreshed, not brand new, like a re-energized Daebak Show. So we're expanding the doors, so not just those in K-pop, but people that we just think are really great can come on, drop by the studio, say hi, be a guest, and chat with me and the team here about all the amazing, awesome, cool things that they're doing. So we've already recorded some great episodes, and I can't wait for you guys to hear some of these really fun, incredible conversations. So enjoy this episode of this rehash. We have a couple more of these coming. They're going to be fresh. They're going to be fun. And then look out for a revamped, I guess, like quote unquote season 2 of a Daebak Show coming very, very soon. In the meantime, of course, you guys can connect with us on socials. Let us know what guests, even if they're not K-pop, should join us on Dive Studios and on Daebak Show. You can continue to support us because we love and need your support by buying merch at shop.divestudios.io, becoming a patron of ours at patreon.com/divestudios. And you can see all of our old videos, highlights, all that kind of stuff at youtube.com/divestudios and Dive Pods. Also, we have some incredible TikToks going, so just check them out. And I think that's it. Now, enjoy this special rehash episode. And Brian is vacuuming all of a sudden, so I have to go. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Stay safe. Enjoy. Holy, I did not know this. You're trained in Thai boxing and Taekwondo?
Well, Taekwondo was for a week. Thai boxing was like while I was in school. Because I liked active stuff. I liked athlete stuff like swimming, cricket, baseball, basketball, soccer, chess, hitting Jimin's face, something like that.
What?
So I like something that I would do with my actions, not just sit down and look at I was really active.
Always out doing something.
So Thai Muay Thai, we call Muay Thai. I don't know if it's in Thailand, but anyways, Muay Thai, I tried it and it was fun. Yeah.
So you just beat the crap out of people.
Yeah.
Dope. And I heard
without feelings.
Without feelings. I mean, it's all good. Just stay beautiful.
Yeah.
You wanted to be a swimmer or a comedian growing up?
Yes.
Really?
Swimmer was my first goal.
Okay.
Because I loved swimming, and when I was young, I thought that I was an Ariel.
You thought you were a mermaid?
Yeah, I was a mermaid. So I was like singing inside the pool, but drinking at the same time. So I was like, why am I getting full? Because I didn't know that it's like.
Do you know what? I had the same thing though. Not like I didn't want to be like a mermaid or a merman, but I used to want to have like superpowers.
Yeah.
So I would go outside and I would just stare at things and I'd be like, it's gonna move.
Yeah.
It's gonna. If I want it bad enough, it's gonna move.
I know.
And I would just spend like 10 minutes just like staring at a can.
Well, that's scary. I don't do that. I look at the swimming pool and be like, okay, today I'm gonna walk. And then
today you're gonna walk on water or something?
Yeah, and then I drown down. I'm like, well, maybe not today, but maybe I can find my real superpower.
Is there anything as like you think about it now and as a kid you're like, God, I was so stupid. Like why?
I'm still stupid, so I don't really care.
You're not stupid.
No.
What is like one of your most embarrassing things like as a kid?
Okay, so one day I was watching all these superhero and Fantastic Four was one of it.
Oh, right.
And there was this character that can stretch their bodies like very like
it's like Elastigirl in
Elastigirl
in Incredible.
I know.
Stuff. Yeah.
So I was like trying to stretch myself. And then, so I was laying down my bed. I was like stretching out, like, and then I was like, oh, I kind of felt like something stretch, you know, like something on my body
just popped.
So I was like, hey, maybe I can do this. So, you know, there was this part when you can put your fingers under the door and then like you go up and like and then open, right?
Yeah.
So I tried it.
Did you get stuck?
Yeah, I got stuck. So that was like the last and the first day of my life, stretching my out.
How did you get out of it?
My mom was like, what the fuck are you doing, girl? Like, what you doing downstairs? What are you doing? I'm like, I'm trying to open the door by like passing my hand and going up.
We all have those things. We all have those moments where we're just really stupid as kids. It's just life.
It's life. Stay beautiful.
Stay beautiful, you guys. So you also recently did a poll on Twitter, and looks like you're gonna shave your head.
No, I was just doing that for fun. But
well, we have a pair of clippers here for you.
to
shave your head. Can you grab the scissors real quick?
Oh, nice.
So you're not gonna shave your head.
No.
So you just hate democracy.
I mean, like, who pressed that? It's like stupid.
I mean, well, you put it on there.
I mean, they're stupid to press it.
Oh, well, maybe you're stupid. Put it on there.
I'm not stupid. You pressed it. You guys are stupid.
Oh my god.
Did you press on the bald? You stupid.
I mean, who didn't press on the bald?
Someone that's not stupid.
Okay, right, whatever.
Yeah, whatever. I mean, one day I'll do it.
All right, what's the difference between Jimin and Jamie? Is there a difference?
The name.
That's it?
Yeah.
They're the same person.
No, it's just like
you say there's a Jamie version, but like it's the same person then.
So Jimin is, I want to call it when I was in a teenage.
Okay.
You know, like a very calm, like 안녕하세요, 박지민입니다.
Oh.
Oh.
Sorry.
Oh.
Sorry, I need some water.
Yeah, and Jamie is like, what's up? This is Jamie. So Jamie is the thing that I really want to bring up. To you guys right now, because I've been hiding that moment.
Okay, so tell us about this. Like, I feel like we talked about it briefly, personally, and there are glimpses of Jamie in your career.
Yeah.
But I feel like with your music for the most part, and because you were younger and you were under a label and all this kind of stuff, you were probably asked to behave or portray yourself a certain way.
Right.
And now you're saying that's not exactly who you were. Was that frustrating? Was that crazy? Like, how was that?
It was kind of frustrating because there's times that I want to say something.
Like
but
what? Give me an example.
Okay, so they give me a song and they'd be like, oh, can you tell us about this song? But it's actually about my real life and my real love. But they don't want me to like specifically talk about it.
Yeah.
So I'd be like, oh, it's a song about love. And like very not deeply into my music. I couldn't show it all. And I'm kind of a person who's like really straightforward of my feelings and how I think.
Right.
But it just needs, for it to be in JYP, I just needed like a little more time to think of what I say, because my words can actually like affect JYP.
Yeah, I mean, you've been in the spotlight since you were how old? 15? 13? 14?
13 in American age.
Was that like, what was that process like? First of all, how did you get on that show?
Okay, can you say the word that you were gonna say?
How the did you get on that show?
Hold on. My mom recorded me. She told me that she was gonna send the record version to my grandma, but then she just applied it for the K-pop star, and it was like the first round. And then she's like, "Hey, we're going to Seoul," and I'm like, "Yay, are we eating something?" And she's like, "No, we're gonna sing." So I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I went to the booth, and like that was my second, and then I got in.
What did you feel like? Did you like it?
Yeah.
You wanted to be a singer?
I mean, I like to do things.
Right. Well, I mean, clearly, but like, it's different to be like, I'm gonna be on a TV show
I didn't even think of that.
as a 13-year-old kid and win the shit.
Oh, okay.
You know, and like, oh, I just want to go eat something in Seoul. Like, that's completely different.
I know.
So for you, like, you go through the auditions, you make it round after round after round. Was that crazy for you as a kid, or were you just like, whatever, like, this is kind of cool?
The second one.
Okay.
Whatever, this is kind of cool.
Anything hard or difficult for you about it?
Well, because I was the youngest contestant, so there's a lot of gap in between.
Is Hai older than you?
Hai Onni is like 1 year older than me, so we're besties because we were like, we're in the same lane. But like the other Onni oppa, like they're kind of like a 5 to 6 year old apart from us, so I couldn't like be all like true about my feelings because if I'm the youngest one and I kind of had the feeling that I couldn't show that I'm like having a hard time because they're all stressed out because they know more things like how to do it, but for me I was just playing all around eating Burger King and be like, can I have another burger please, and like and I was like singing and then so
all right, so you went on that in 13, 15 you signed a JYP. Do you have any regrets, or do you ever wish like
no
you had more of like a normal childhood?
No, never. I think I'm not gonna be normal even though I have a normal job. So eventually I'm gonna be someone who's crazy in the job that I'm doing, even though it's not singing. So I think if I didn't like go to JYP, I think I'm gonna do a YouTube and then like scare the fuck out of people. But apparently I chose JYP and I have no regrets about it. I learned a lot during the 7 years with JYP and I don't regret anything. Even though I go back, I would still choose JYP.
Right. But what was it like? I mean, I've always known of Epic Hide, a lot of it being two cuts really driving the production and
Oh, no. See, this is the problem.
Is this what? Please clear this up.
This is the problem. Okay. A lot of the beats that are being attributed to two cuts were made by me. And this is a grievance I have. Okay, here's the problem.
Let's address it.
Because I'm a rapper, like visually, I'm a rapper first, right? So when people like look at our songs and look at the credits, they think that like I'm just making hooks, melodies, and raps, but I'm actually doing the beat production. Like more than half the album, I am actually producing the beats.
Okay.
You know, but because Two Cuts has this like, you know, the born hater producer like image, people keep attributing the beats I made to him. They're like, oh my God, this beat goes hard. DJ Two Cuts. And I'm not, you know, I'm not gonna go online and be like, I'm not gonna be like, hey, that beat was produced by me. But I'm just saying, this has got to stop. Okay. And the problem with this is that Two Cuts, when someone in an interview, when we're doing an interview and they're like, oh, this track, Laika, the beat is so great to Two Cuts, right?
Yeah.
He won't correct them. He won't be like, oh, I actually didn't make that beat. That was Tableau. He will not correct them. Like, he's just sitting there, like,
it's like, yeah,
you know,
it's
getting
me.
all
the praise.
This guy, dude. Anyways,
well, I'm glad we addressed that. Yeah.
I mean, I have no problem with you thinking that Two Cuts is the driving force. But
yeah, I don't think I call them driving force. I think this is something that's deep inside of you that we needed to address.
I'm okay with letting Two Cuts have that. I mean, like over the years, I've actually been the reason why people have started thinking that way, because I wanted like his place in the team to not like go unnoticed. But to say driving force,
hey,
dude.
I'm glad we rectify this misunderstanding on the production side.
Jeez.
So as we rectify this, I do know that you also worked a long time on like one piano riff, like one particular piano thing. How like, can you tell us? I think you texted me or something, or we called or something. You're like, I've been working on this one thing and I can't figure it out. Which song was that for, and how did that? How long did that take?
I think it was Lesson Zero. Like, I wanted a certain chord change. Like the whole song was one chord progression. And I wanted a certain chord change. And I tried these different things on the piano and didn't like it. Like, I actually sent it to Eddie. Like, I'm like, what do you think about this one? He's like, oh, it's fire. And I'm like, And then I send another one. I'm like, yo, I didn't like that one. How about this one? He's like, oh, it's fire. Like everything I sent, he's like, oh, it's fire.
So very helpful. That's what you're saying.
Yeah, so extremely helpful. And then eventually I went with the song that people are listening to right now. But yeah, like I tend to do that. Like there's another thing. I don't know if anyone's gonna notice, but like the last 2 tracks of the song are connected. If you listen to them straight, it's just like the end of the world fades out and then fades into the next song, like as one song almost. With that part, Two Cuts was in the studio for 3 days. He kept saying that he could hear like this click or like this some noise in between the fade in and out, like fade out and in, and no one else could hear it. He was just driving himself mad, fixing this thing that wasn't there. But we will do that sometimes. Like we'll get fixated on a certain part that will probably not matter to anyone.
That might be because he's the driving force of that production. I don't know.
I can't believe you actually thought that he was the driving force, dude.
Was there any moment in time during training where you're like, oh my gosh, is this right for me?
Oh,
Or like, because 6 years is not a short amount of time.
twice every year. I seriously told my dad. I called my dad because what happened was I came to Korea, and then since I'm the only child, now that I have a job, my dad's like, you know what? Since you are going to do well with your life, I am going to retire. And he retired I think the day I signed the contract or the next day, and he went to Canada. So we switched places.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
And he just left? So pretty much, he was like, you're going to do well.
Yeah.
Bye.
So because I have a sukso, I have a place to live, and I have a safe environment.
Right.
So he's like, you know what? I've worked hard enough, and now I'm going to go to Canada and live a good life with my mom. And they are doing so.
Yeah. And they're still there.
Yep. They live near Niagara Falls.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
In Toronto.
Yeah.
Like
Somewhere
right below Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto. And
this is the most fascinating story I've heard in a while. Please continue.
Yeah.
Okay.
So why did I bring this up?
Oh, like, have you ever thought of like 6 years?
Yeah. So I call my dad because it has to be night for me and morning for my dad.
Right.
So my dad's gonna wake up and hear me say, I want to quit.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to quit. I'm sorry. And my dad's like, why? And I give him these reasons. What are you going to do? What else are you going to do? And I tell him my plans. So if you do it, you have this amount of risk. And if you do this, you have this smaller amount of risk, but is the stress big enough? And like, yeah, I think so. Okay, then if you're going to make a choice, you have to have you're going to have to deal with the consequence.
Right.
Are you going to be responsible with that?
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah. And he always says like, you know what, do whatever you want to do. But he always says, but if you stick around, at least if you debut, because since I was young, I wasn't really good at finishing stuff.
Right.
I can proudly say I'm pretty good at starting stuff. Like whatever I want to do, I do it. And I start it, and I have a faster start over other people. But I wasn't the kid who always who's 끝까지 hardworking.
So I guess like consistent throughout the end.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm not good at that. Whenever I study for a test, I have to do it the night before or at least. Yeah.
Me too, dude.
But say I started piano before for, I don't know, like a few weeks. And then I said, in Korea, there are piano hagwons, piano academies, and the room's pretty small. I couldn't stand that small area.
Yeah.
So I think I just ran out. And that was the last day of my piano life.
But you know what? You also rap and dance and do backflips and you do everything. So it's fine. Piano, but,
yeah. So my dad's like, you know what? Try finishing this.
Okay.
So I guess by debuting, I finished it. And after debut, he's like, you know what? You can do whatever. If you want to, if you want to quit, you know what? Go ahead. I have trust in you.
Right.
But after debut, I realized it's not a choice, but it's more like a responsibility from then on. So I guess since I'm responsible with this, I want to do my best at it. Yeah. So I guess I'm just flowing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So I was kind of like, dang, this is so cool because you're so well respected in the English-speaking community of the K-pop thing. And they're like, Eric is a good man. I'm like, yes, he is.
I need you around more often.
Yeah.
I need you just to be a
Every
regular.
time Eric just calls, he's like, tell me something good.
Tell me something good about myself.
Yeah.
Come on. Help me feel better.
You look real good in these colors, though. I really want to say.
Thank you so much. You know, I
so
generally
good.
don't even like the color purple, but today I like it.
Yeah.
Okay, today I'm feeling it.
I
'cause
actually
Denise is
was, I got asked by a friend because she was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna meet Eric Nam. And I was like, I know, right? That's huge. She's like, is it just me? Have you ever gone this before? You look like an Asian John Mulaney. Doesn't he? Isn't that John Mulaney is a fine looking man, just saying. John Mulaney, low chance you're watching this, but I love you.
Oh my god.
But you do look like a John Mulaney.
Well,
See,
thank you.
Diane's losing it right
about
now.
to punch me in the face because I know
did
Diane loves John Mulaney.
I love John Mulaney with my whole heart too.
But
and
she
sometimes
clearly
I get
disagrees.
nervous on airplanes. I love John Mulaney with every fiber of my being.
Diane,
So,
what are you trying to do right now? Your face is just cursing me
she's
out with
putting
your
it
eyes.
together. She's that meme with like the lady singing all the math around
she wants
her.
to disagree, but I mean, you don't need to.
She
you
wants
could
to
just
disagree, but she can't. Oh my
But
gosh.
haven't we, Diane? We've talked about John Mulaney before, right? Like Diane loves John Mulaney.
I do too. It's such a good.
So thank you. That's such a. Thank you, Denise, and hi, John.
Hi, John.
Hope you're doing well.
We love John
Diane's
Mulaney.
gonna cut this out and be like,
She's like, how dare you?
She's like, how dare you speak
You do.
blasphemy?
You do look like Asian John Mulaney though. After my
thank
friend
you.
told me that, I was like, oh, no way.
Diane is still. I've never seen her so befuddled. Her jaw is on
No,
the
in
floor.
my head, I was thinking, I was like, has he heard that before? Because he does look like an Asian John Mulaney.
I've never heard that. I've heard like, no. I don't want to do John Mulaney injustice. Diane is not. She's gonna
somewhere
pass
else
out.
right now.
You okay?
Do, 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 do.
But
That's
thank
so
you.
good.
I'm so frazzled by that comment.
Yeah.
I don't know what we were talking about. What were we
yeah,
talking
I was talking
about?
about like I was thinking about like the English community.
Oh,
A lot
yes.
of people like so
Thank
meeting
you.
you is a huge honor. And then
thank you.
I think being able to go on shows and like music programs in Korea,
Yeah.
they're so big. There's so many of them. There are so many of them, and
There's so many.
yeah, there's so many. You imagine like how can I do that many shows in 1 week?
Yeah.
And you do.
You do them all.
They all just the 1 week kind of turns into one long day, so
Yeah.
you don't remember. But
Blend together.
coming back to it, and when I go back to monitor and check out how I did, like what's something I could do, seeing that and just kind of realizing, oh shoot, I did that. And
Yeah.
being up there, and then when you're on stage and you're finding those cameras, you don't really realize that the cameras are recording you.
Right.
So whenever you come back to it and watch it, you're kind of thinking, oh shoot, that's me. Like I'm
Yeah.
doing that. The world's
Yeah.
gonna see that. And I'm like, oof.
Don't lose
Oof.
that. Don't ever lose that. Who have you seen him become friends with that you're like, can you, like, even this person? Why?
Okay, hold up. Oh, there's so many.
Or
There's
Eric,
that
who is the most random person you've befriended?
random person?
Yeah.
Random person.
Or unexpected friendship.
My friend's dad. Why?
Were you friends with that friend before, or did you make friends with his dad first?
Oh, I was friends with him.
Okay.
but I got close to his dad so much that we went to go to baseball. We went to go watch a baseball game without him.
He replaced
Wow.
he replaced his son.
Yeah. I'm not even kidding.
Like, since I can't drive, he took me to a baseball game.
What's your friend's name?
My friend's name? I forgot. I think it was.
Do you know his dad's name?
What?
Do you know the dad's
Yeah,
name?
it was like Jeff.
This dude.
Yeah, it's like a SUV, always like parked like right in front of the garage, not even in the garage.
But you don't know your friend's name.
I forgot. I'm not. There's so many. They look alike. But I know the dad's name. It's like Jeff.
Of course they look alike.
It's his dad. It's his son.
It was Jeff.
Okay. All right.
Hi, Jeff.
Yeah. Hi, Jeff. Hope you're doing well. Eric remembers you fondly. Have you guys seen him become friends with anyone? You're like, why? Or like,
I think just like when we were 신인s, like I just remember him whenever we, like you 인사 at 음악 방송, he would just be very like eager to just talk when everyone else was like, we're new here. Yeah.
We're new here. Oh, that was how. This is how I got close to Mark from GOT7.
Okay.
Like,
yeah.
It was during like no air era. Like we went to Music Bank, and we did the 인사 to GOT7 선배님, and then I was like just randomly just like yelled out, Mark 선배님, I'm also from LA. And then since there's like an official Instagram, it was like, oh really? Hey, do you have an Instagram that I could like just be friends with you? I'm like, oh sorry, I don't have an Instagram because I'm 신인. And it's like, oh okay, well give me your number after, and then we could just hang out. And then that's how I got close to Mark.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is Jeff also from LA?
Jeff? Jeff listened.
All these LA dudes. Just, all right. So you see Mark often?
Yeah.
Okay.
He's super chill.
Please send him our regards.
Yes.
All right. Next question. Who is most likely to be a heartbreaker? 1, 2, 3.
Heartbreaker?
I don't
know.
I actually don't know.
I don't know.
So Kevin pointed Jacob. Jacob points Kevin. Eric points to himself.
Because I have a lot of anger. I'm like crying, like heartbreak.
What if they enjoy seeing you suffering?
Wait, actually no. I changed. I changed to Kevin.
Why?
Actually, I actually don't know I don't know. I just pointed to Kevin. I don't know about this one.
Y'all don't know me.
I'll point at Eric.
Me?
Eric.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry to all of you people before me. Wait, what? Sorry. Okay.
Can't even say I love you to your parents.
I can't. I have no heart. Okay, next question. Who is most likely to go skydiving?
Oh.
1, 2, 3.
He's already done
He's
it.
already done.
What?
Yeah.
This little kid's just
It's
like
all
running-
Eric.
Okay.
Wild child.
Would you want to?
Jacob
Yes.
wouldn't do that for his life.
No, I'm not scared of. I am scared of heights. But like, I'm not like that reluctant. I would enjoy it with all the members.
Kevin, have you?
I would rather skydive than bungee jump.
Dude, I've done both. I agree with you. Bungee is horrible.
Because like skydiving, you just go down, but bungee jump, you have to go down and then come back up.
Dude, it's it's not just that. Like skydive, you have somebody attached
Right,
to your
right.
back.
Yeah.
We're gonna go. I'm like, okay. Oh my god. And then you jump, and then your life is in his hands. If he messes up, you're dead. But it's not me. Bungee, it's like you have to physically jump yourself.
right.
Yeah.
Nobody's gonna push you. You have to be like 1.
You have to make
2,
the decision.
3. Yeah, that's the part that just.
Oh, I don't think I could bungee jump.
Oh man,
I haven't bungee jumped, but I would.
dude, it's so scary.
I went skydiving with my member in
Julian?
Hawaii.
Oh.
It wasn't very difficult because like we saw like other people land very like safely.
Yeah.
So that's easy. We just jump. And then the scariest part was like going up there. Like
Yeah,
in
the
the airplane.
airplane.
They opened the window and then we just keep going. And it was so scary.
Is I remember I landed and I'm like, okay, I'm not dead. Thank God. Lord, thank you. And then I on my plane was somebody who was doing his first solo jump.
Oh boy. Solo jump?
Yeah. So without like somebody attached. So he had got licensing, whatever. And I hear on the walkie-talkie, oh my God, man. Yeah. And I see him going into the bushes, like the forest over there. And then everybody starts sprinting over. I was like, oh, please don't tell me he's dead. And thankfully he did not get hurt. I don't think. I think. I don't know. I pray. But that freaked me out. I was like, I landed safely. But
That's scary.
Ooh. So, but anyways, all to say, bungee jump is worse. That's what I think. That's what I think. All right.
2 feet on the ground.
Are you the biggest risk taker, do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you?
Because, YOLO.
Because even for Road to Kingdom, there was a movement he did where he had to disappear. And the teacher was like, is there a way you could disappear like under?
Smooth.
So he just like threw his body onto the ground.
Like you can
like,
bend your knees and
most
like brace for impact and like do it softly. But like if you watch the Chicken fan cam,
Oh man.
I went like,
but like he didn't hesitate when we first did it either. He just threw his body, and I don't think I can.
I can't either.
I would probably take a while to get that.
I just wouldn't. I'd be like, I'm retiring. Bye. Okay. Next one is most likely to misplace their phone.
what do you mean by
this is
misplaced?
easy. Lose.
Like lose your phone.
Oh, okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, been there, done that.
Multiple times.
Really? Are you
Yes.
very forgetful?
I don't think I am. It's like those moments where your hands are full, and then you kind of forget your phone. Like when we went to, I think it was Thailand. I just got the note. And I was happy with my phone and everything. And then I left the plane without my phone. And then I was
Your
like,
brand new phone.
I was like, oh my gosh.
Did you get it back?
No, they couldn't find it.
We were all freaked out because there were like in this phone there was like our pictures, our videos of like our practice videos and stuff.
All of our tracks
And new songs.
Oh,
my
Jacob.
Jacob.
But it had a lock on it, so.
Oh, Jacob. Oh,
But
man.
like even in our practice rooms,
Yeah.
it's become a catchphrase. Where did I put my phone? Where's my phone?
Yeah,
go again?
Even at
I had it here.
our dorm, I'll leave my phone somewhere and get changed, shower, come back. I don't remember where it is.
I feel you, dude.
Takes like 3 minutes to. All right.
I thought I had it. Wasn't it just? I had it in my hand.
Wasn't it just here?
What? This is an impression of something.
Yeah. I didn't know Jacob sounds like Mickey Mouse, but now we know.
I remember at one point there was a chaka that kept coming up to me. She was like, I need you on the show. I need you on the show. For 6 months, she was like literally coming to my house every day. Like, I need you on the show. And that was Unpretty Rap Star.
Oh, wow.
And I kept saying no because I felt like these rap shows was just, I enjoyed watching Show Me the Money,
Right.
but I didn't see myself in that show.
Uh-huh.
So what Unpretty Rap Star was, long story short, it was literally no script. There was no script in that show. It was literally, when we first went there was no script and there was no it was like, they weren't sure.
It's like, here are a bunch of girls, you guys figure it out.
Yeah. No, for them too, and for us. So we were sitting there like looking at each other like, okay, what do you want us to do? That's when this is what happened. They were pretty much, they were like in 3 hours, 6 hours, 3 to 6 hours, I don't remember, write a rap and battle one another. I'm like, what the this is exactly why I did not sign up for this. Because I am not a rapper, let alone I'm not a rapper. I don't freestyle.
Yeah.
So yeah, we ended up doing that, and that ended up becoming a huge thing in Korea.
Yeah.
Pretty Rap Star. And I think that was more for, I think what happened there was, it was not about women. People were also entertained by women rapping, but it was like, it was actually, it could have been that too, right? They wanted to see the drama.
I feel like it was drama, and I think, you were a big part of that drama in the sense that
I started the drama. What do you mean? I created the story of the show. And
that's why people watched it.
no, but that was so weird because I remember it's so weird because the whole Unpretty season is such a blur to me because it was so sudden. And we were shooting for like 30 hours a day.
Right. I mean, those shows are
No.
They're like
not 30. Maybe
they're crazy.
There are times when I've shot a show for like 20 hours.
They're tough. They're really tough.
Yeah, and we're women, and we gotta rap, and we gotta remember like 24 bars, 36 bars. And it's like, this is unheard of. Even men don't do this on Show Me the Money. So I was like, right? And I think all the tension built up and I was just like, why is everyone, all these girls so like, they're so like, everybody was just so mean and like being mean to one another. And I was like, but me, I wasn't getting close with them, all of them, everybody. We weren't all close. We were at first.
Right.
And then everyone started changing. And that's when I saw it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to become a better person because I feel like a lot of people are not understanding that. Everyone kept thinking like, oh my gosh, she's so sad shit. But that's not how it was. It was a competitive ass show.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Unpretty Rapster is such a blur to me. There's so much I want to say, but then at the same time, I don't want to say because it is what it is, you know? And like, I'm glad, you know, people always ask me, are you happy that you did the show? Of course I'm happy. But at the same time, am I happy of my behavior? No. But I think it did kind of give a little bit of a changeover, like, meaning like, it changed the way that people thought, maybe, right?
Well, I think it was refreshing, and
it was refreshing. It
was refreshing, and it was entertaining,
right?
Also, because I mean, obviously, when people watch TV shows, they're not seeing the full picture. They're seeing tiny pieces, 30-minute or 30 seconds or a minute of an hour's worth of shoot.
Right.
You know, if you're shooting 24 hours, you're gonna get 24 minutes.
Right.
That's an hour minute. So for me, it's always like there's. If you're blowing up about something in some way, there's a reason behind that.
Right.
That most people don't see.
Well, yeah.
But the other thing was for me, I was like, but I'm glad you're doing that because I found it really fun and funny. But also because there aren't many people like you doing that. Like there's barely anybody doing that.
That was a real big risk for me. And I remember when I was on the show, as soon as all the stuff that I done, I was like, why did I say that? Why did I do that? And even now I'm just like, no, stop talking about it. You know, I don't like to bring it up because it wasn't pretty. I'm telling you, that show was, what everyone sees is not what it was. Yeah. It was so much more difficult than, like, literally, I remember when at one point in the show, my company, the Chunghas were like, Jess, at one point, this country is gonna hate you. And then that was the whole, this is a competition, I think. That's, I'm trying to figure it all out because I remember that day specifically, we shot for 34 hours.
Oh my gosh.
Literally, and that's why we were all bickering and stuff. It was like, we didn't have any sleep. We had forced to write like 34 raps and we're all women.
Yeah.
Imagine. And a couple of them are probably on their periods. I probably was on my period that day. You know what I mean? I had all types of mood swings going on.
I mean, look, I don't remember. I just remember like the highlight clips of you saying things. But like, regardless, like, past is the past.
The past is the past. And, I don't regret a moment of that show because I remember, I realized that show, it was yes, it made me who I am, but it was that kind of is what made it was refreshing to everyone.
Yeah.
And
it's refreshing.
It is. And I'm glad that it happened.
And I feel like you're the type of person, the reason people like you is because you'll say stuff that people are thinking but are afraid to say.
Right.
That's what's refreshing.
Yeah. And even till this day, I still get a lot of love and hate, but I feel like this is what I have to do. Like, this is me as a woman and as a Kpop. Not even just as a Kpop, even just as a woman living in Korea, like, because you know how it is. I don't know if you know how it is, but there is not a lot of room for women in everywhere. For whatever job that you have. There is more like, it's a very male-dominated world. So I was like, this is what I have to do. Even if I get shit for whatever I say, because, I'm not perfect, but for whatever, my actions or whatever, I know that this is who I am. Okay, I'm not gonna fix. I'm going to fix.
Apologize for that. Yeah.
Right, but overall, just I don't know. I'm glad as a woman I can do that.
If there is a way that if there is an album, like this is one of my bucket lists too. Like,
okay.
An album without dancing. That's my bucket list. But people are gonna have to know my voice more than my dance moves.
Okay.
And so I'm just waiting for that time to happen.
All right. Okay. See, I've never even imagined this. For me, I'm like, I would love to dance. I'm just a really bad dancer.
No.
So we'll try to figure it out.
I saw your 음악 방송. You were fine.
Well, thank you. But that's just a very different goal for me. Because for me, when I started, it was like, you do not dance, you only sing.
Oh.
And then I was like, okay, I want to try dancing.
Oh.
And it was, that's kind of been my path with it. But
yeah,
that's funny. Let's talk about a little bit about the people you've collaborated with over the past few years. There's a lot of them. There's Yesong of Super Junior.
Yeah.
PH1, great friend of ours.
Yes.
Rich Brian. Most recently, Christopher.
Yes.
All very, very different styles.
Yeah, and I have more, but
Oh yeah, you have a long list. I just picked a few right there.
Yeah.
What was it like working? What is it like working with so many people? Are there certain people that you really, really clicked well with, that you really loved working with in particular?
Oh, I can't choose one, but I had a lot of fun, and I actually don't know some people because
I know what you mean.
I want to say hi to them. Hi. It was just all of a sudden, and some of the songs I just recorded it and just sent it back and forth, and that was kind of it. And that was for most of the people, except for the people I have shooted a music video.
Right.
And so if I have a chance, I would love to, if they offer me to be on their stages, I would love to go on the stage and sing
and perform
the song.
with them.
Yeah, with them.
You shot with Rich Brian, right?
Yes.
How was that experience? What's he like?
Oh, he's funny in a very pleasant way.
Yeah.
He was very nice. He was very funny to work with, and a really relaxing time to be. And 88 Rising, Sean, he was like, "Hey, why don't you just guys do a little beat dancing with on the motorcycle?" And I was like, a beat dancing? Okay, this is unusual, but okay. And then, we filmed it really, I felt really awkward, but really fun and relaxing at the same time. Yeah, and that was shooted in Indonesia.
Oh, you went to Indonesia to shoot?
No, not for the music video, but it was kind of for both. Like I had a performing schedule there, and then right afterwards, I had a music video shoot with Rich Brian, and it is his hometown. So we got along together there, and it was kind of like, oh, this is never forgettable.
Yeah, unforgettable moments.
Indonesia shooting with like American directors and like a lot of different people that I haven't gone with. So that was a lot of fun.
Awesome. Tell us about your latest song, Bad Boy, with Christopher. What is that about? How did it come about?
Well, it was a very big honor. I was a very big fan of him. And like my i사님 was like, "Hey, do you know this singer named Christopher?" And I'm like, "The Christopher that I know? Yeah. I don't know if you're on the same page with me, but I know him." And then he was like, "I think you have a collaboration. Do you want to try out?" And I was like, "Of course." Like, is that a question? Like, duh.
Yeah.
And then I recorded it as soon as I can. And then he recorded it. And then like we got it along together, and there was a lot of 편곡. How do you say?
A lot of rearrangements.
Yes, it was kind of very acoustic, but it kind of like went popping
with
more.
a more beat and everything.
And so I think that was much more better. Like I like the acoustic version too. I don't know if there's a chance to release that, but
maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, they were both good songs, and so that was a really cool process to be with.
Okay, so now we're gonna play a couple games.
Yay, we're doing.
Here we go. The first one is Who is most likely to?
Okay.
All right, we're gonna get to know Mama a little bit better. I'm gonna ask the three of you some questions, and you guys answer who you guys think. We could do
Out of three of us,
out
right?
of the three of you. Okay.
Okay.
So you guys can on the count of three
Two.
say the person's name and
Okay.
point. Okay.
Okay.
So the first one is who is most likely to get stranded on vacation? 혹시 여행지나 여행 갔을 때 혼자 약간 what's stranded? Oh my god.
like lost.
혼자 길 잃고 약간 연락 두절되고 그렇게 될 만한 사람. Okay? 1, 2, 3.
I
I thought it was heaven.
Oh, everybody picked a different person.
Everybody wing it. No plan. Always, I don't know. And
Yeah, we don't really plan when we go out, and we just like, oh, do you want to go grab something, and we just go together. So we don't really like. I think nobody's really like nobody get really like stranded.
Yeah.
Just kind of keep going.
Yeah.
All right.
We just stick together.
Yeah.
All right.
Pretty much.
Who is the most likely to go over the top with a prank? 이제 프랭크를 하게 되면은 누가 제일 진짜 오바스럽게 너무 이 정도까지 해도 되나 싶을 정도로 할 사람은 하나, 둘, 셋.
Heaven.
yeah, I like prank.
Yeah, she loves pranking and she's always joking around.
Yeah.
What's the worst one or like the biggest prank? 제일 좀 심했던 프랭크가 있었나요 혹시?
But she doesn't really prank us because we're not really good like 반응.
Reaction이요.
Yeah, we don't really have a good reaction when you.
I like that because no reactions. I always.
So she keeps trying.
Yeah,
because they have no reaction. So she'll try
I
over
guess
and
so.
over. All right. Most likely to fall asleep in the movie theater. 영화관에서 잠들 사람. 하나, 둘, 셋.
Nancy.
Oh, two Nancy, one Ayin.
Yeah. I sleep a lot.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's all dark, and when the movie gets a bit boring, I just sleep.
Yeah, so
I'm just like,
saw her sleeping
whatever.
through movies all the time.
Yeah, Nancy is not sleep much, but she first asleep sometime.
그냥 가끔씩
Yeah,
그냥
yeah.
just fall asleep.
Yeah, when I
randomly.
get really tired, I kind of like faint while
She
do something.
faints.
While doing something.
Oh, just like kind of pass
She
out.
plays game and she faints.
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, or like watching YouTube and like.
Okay, I do that too.
faint. Yeah.
I feel you right there.
So probably. That's
Um,
what it is.
Who's the worst cook? 요리 제일 못하는 사람. 하나, 둘, 셋.
Nancy. I don't even know how to cook ramen.
Really?
I even make it puffed up.
Oh.
You know, like
I didn't know that.
I am not a good
Nancy
cook.
doesn't try.
I don't try. I don't cook.
Ah,
much.
okay.
The last time I made pasta for one of our members when I just moved because I had I have a new house, I have a kitchen, and I'll make you pasta, la, la, la. And I made it so salty. She couldn't eat it. She tried to, but she said,
Who was it?
It was Jane.
Oh.
So she said she was really nice about it, but she was like, she tried to eat it, but then she said, I'm so sorry, but I can't eat it. So I tried. I was like, oh my god, you were trying to eat this. This was so salty. It was just salt.
Wait, you made it and you didn't even try it yourself?
Yeah.
You're just like, eat it.
Why not? Because I was dieting.
Because she knew how bad it was, or no, you were dieting?
I was dieting, so I couldn't eat with her, but I just wanted to make her pasta. So,
Okay.
Yeah, it's because I invited her to my house.
That's
so,
nice.
Yeah, so I
That's
made her
nice.
pasta, and I was dieting. I didn't even try it because I didn't want to eat, carbs and stuff. So, yeah, and she was like trying to eat it, but it was horrible, and I was really, really sorry, and I apologized for all day.
Oh
And
man.
I'm
So
like,
the
I'm
intention
sorry.
was good.
Yeah.
The intention was
Yeah,
good.
so-
Intention was.
Yeah, my parents are good cooks, but I do not have their genes.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Sounds good.
Yeah.
So you're living in Korea by yourself. You've been here for like 2.5 years. What's that transition been like in Korea? Do you love it?
Yeah, some aspects of living in Korea, I love it. Just the fact that I'm living the dream.
Right.
Is something that I love. Also, everything is very convenient here. It's very fun to be here. So that's something that I really love, just to be around people that I used to watch through YouTube.
Right,
you know what I
right,
mean?
right. In the
Like yourself
flesh.
too, or like any other other artists. But something that I'm still struggling with is like, having some cultural differences. I feel
like what, for example?
Just the way people think, maybe. I feel like the public view towards public figures or artists is a lot harsher here in Korea than in America. That's something that I'm always trying to like be super careful about. I don't know, and I feel like in Korea, it's more about following the trend or like following the standard set by the majority.
Right.
Whereas in America, I guess it's a little more individualistic. Like you have your own thing. If you like this, you like it. If you don't, you don't. I mean, you mind your own business, basically.
Does that? I mean, I'm sure it does. I completely agree, and I completely see where you're coming from, and it affects my music.
Right.
Absolutely, 100% affects my music. Does that? Do you feel like your music has been affected by that cultural difference?
I try my best not to let it change my music, and I don't think I've really been affected too much. But I do always think about that kind of stuff when I'm in the process of making music.
Right.
Like for example, if I like what kind of tune, what kind of chord progression would the Korean audience like?
Right.
You know, so sometimes I cater to a certain target audience when I'm writing a specific song. So some songs I write just in English because I feel like that song or that beat, whatever, is more catered to the American ears. Whereas some tunes that I make, I feel like the Korean people will love this. Then I write more Korean lyrics.
Right.
You know what I mean? So try to target my audience here and there.
Okay. Yeah. No, it's I mean, I'm the same. I felt like I went after trying to do the Korean sound for so long. And that's because everybody that I was surrounded by, they told me that was the answer. And that's what the label wants. That's what people want, to be safer in terms of investment. Whether we like it or not, from a company label perspective, our album, our music, our brand, our image, those are investments for them.
Right.
And so they were just like, we need you to do these Korean songs. And for a while I was like, all right. And then it drove me crazy.
Right.
Like I can't do this.
Right.
And
not because the song, like the Korean
style
style is bad.
It's just not me.
Right. It's not you.
It's not me.
Right.
And I think people are like, you're just so American. I'm like, I mean, you could say it like it's a bad thing,
but
but
you
for
are
me,
American. Like, what are you gonna
I'm
do?
American. Like I grew up there for 20-something years. That's all I know.
Yeah.
And but I think in the past year or two, I've even gone even further to just be like, look, people in Korea, like hip hop, like there were rappers around for maybe 20 years.
Yeah.
But hip hop did not become hip hop the way it is today until a few years ago.
Right.
To be honest, you know, it really came into its own thing. But I feel the same way about pop music for me. Like I love just pop, feel good pop. And they're like, oh, 맨날 it's always like, 야, 너무 세련됐어. 너무, it's too American, it's too white. But I'm like, yeah, but everybody here is listening to Maroon 5, Bruno Mars, Billie Eilish, Ariana Grande.
Right.
You love that sound. That's been my thing. But what if, you know, outside of this maybe pressure or not, what have been some struggles or like good things about like the music that you've been working on? What's your biggest 고민, your biggest frustration or concern or?
I guess for me, part of the problem or part of the frustration is because I'm also from America. Like I'm from the States. So a lot of times I use a lot of English in my lyrics. And I feel like sometimes that's not, some people, even Jay Park, have told me, oh, you should write more in Korean.
Oh, really?
Yeah, if you're writing for the Korean audience, right? So, and I'm like, but this is me. Like even when I speak, I mix half Korean, half American, English. And I don't know. I guess that's my biggest concern when I'm writing something. Also, who am I really targeting? Like I said, like you said, I want to make songs that Korean people like, but also the American people like, or the international fans.
Right.
But that middle ground is kind of hard to find.
It's a weird line.
Yeah. So for me, if I want to financially succeed in Korea, I will have to make a song that's very Korean style.
Right.
but then that's not me.
Right.
And I don't want to do that.
Right.
But if I make something that's so American,
right,
Korean people are going to be like, we kind of don't understand this new type of style.
Right.
So I think that's why a lot of Kpops or like that are trying to make new styles or trying to bring new flavors struggle.
Right.
At least in the beginning.
I agree. But
over time, people will start to like
appreciate that for what it is.
Right. But it'll take time.
Right.
And can you wait that long?
Right.
Yeah.
I completely agree. And that's part of my thing with my music. That's why I do so much TV. That's why I do so much of everything else, because
to promote yourself.
Not even that, like, if I can't make big money doing the music I love, then I gotta do other things so I can support myself.
Right.
So that's pretty much how I started interviewing people. It's like I gotta just do a lot more stuff so I can like recoup,
right,
and like get paid,
right,
that kind of stuff. But it's a very real. I think any artist goes through that.
Right.
Was there ever a point where you were just like exhausted or burnt out, like I can't do this anymore? Because I feel like that's something that these days it's more acceptable for an idol or somebody to be like, I need a break. But back then, this is 12 years ago.
12 years ago.
Because you guys, congratulations on 12 years, by the way. That's also a different era.
Yeah.
Of working style or ethic even.
Because back then, like I said, we would have to do what we were told. It wasn't like, hey, I don't want to do this. I don't feel comfortable.
Yeah.
We couldn't really speak up because it's like an Asian culture thing where you're not supposed to speak up to older people.
Right.
Or your boss or like, but there's nothing wrong with that. It's just a different generation.
Right.
And now it's a little different, which is good. But yeah, back then I couldn't say that I didn't want to do something until I think 6 years in.
Oh, wow.
That was 2014. I believe it was. I was filming a drama in China. And we had to do this JYP Nation concert where it's like a JYP family concert in Japan. So I flew back. I was filming pretty much every day, right? And I had to fly back to Korea to practice. And then we flew to Japan to perform. And after that night, I would have to fly back to China.
Oof.
And I was performing. And at one point, I thought to myself, why is it so hard to smile? Like, I couldn't even do this. I was like, because I'm so burnt out that I'm just like, so when I sing, I give it everything. But when it's like a talk time, I'm just like,
quiet.
And I'm like, this is hard.
Yeah.
I couldn't do it. And after I got down, I talked to the CEO. I was like, I can't keep doing this. Like, I feel like it's not fair for the fans and for the team members that I'm performing with. So starting after this drama, I'm gonna take less like personal, individual activities.
Yeah.
Just to focus more on 2 p.m. because we were working a lot in Japan as well.
Yeah.
So I would do like maybe like just 행사, like a 1-day event. That's fine, but like a 3-month drama or like 2-month movie shoot, I'm not gonna do that unless it's like a free term for me to work because I don't think it wasn't fair for anyone if I wasn't able to give it 100%.
Yeah.
In whatever I was doing.
Yeah. Man, that's
exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Because actually, my fans did like this thing where they summed up like how many times I flew that year. I think this was 2014. Just for work related flights. I think it was 100 something times, and I could fly around the world 4.5 times.
Oh my gosh!
With the mileage I flew that year.
Wild.
It was wild. Like, and that's the thing. Like when you're that busy, you don't remember like what made me happy that year.
Right.
So I told myself, slow down.
Yeah.
Slow down. Money is not an issue here.
Right.
If you earn all that money and you get sick or, you're not mentally healthy or physically healthy, you're not going to be able to spend that money.
I agree.
Or you
with
spend it on hospital bills.
Hospital bills, yeah.
And I'm like, I'd rather be happy,
Mm.
you know, and I get to spend time and make memories with the people that I love,
Yeah.
with my family. That's, I think a year after that, I started taking family trips.
That's good.
Either in Thailand or
Yeah.
we go to the States, we do like a road trip, like
Mm.
every year.
Mm.
I try to make it like this year too.
Yeah.
That's what,
Your wine trip,
yeah.
winery trip.
Oh, it's so good.
Oh, I'm so jealous,
You
dude.
have to go, man.
I mean, I think that's incredibly important. I wish that's something that I could do more of too.
You should though. You should.
Yeah, remember last year I had like a lot of health issues.
Mm.
Cause like you're saying, like when you're going so fast, like there are moments now where people are like, do you remember that show you did? It's like, I did that? Yeah, you did this show in like this country. It's like, I did? Are you sure it was me? He's like, yes, you sang this, you did this. Like, I don't know. Might have been an Eric Kim or something. Like, I don't know. But it is definitely very, very important to take that kind of time off. But, you know, you've been doing this for 12 years now, right? What have you kind of defined as meaningful to you, not only, you know, just in life, but professionally? Like, what are the projects that really get you excited?
I think first, I think about what my fans would want to see. Even if it's a small project, if I think about it, and I think my fans would like to see me in this light, in this angle, then you know I do it.
Mm.
Other than that, I think about like let's say acting. I'm not trying to like stop just in Asia. I'm trying to branch out to Hollywood,
Right?
And I'm trying to do that. So I think like the projects that I take on are like stepping stones to that point where I can take off and go to like a bigger platform. Yeah, I think about the future a lot when I take on because I don't want to waste my time doing something.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
It's meaningless, you know. It's just I'm not thinking much about how much I would earn from doing this project or that project.
So there's this picture of Jamie. She's freaking out with the balloon in her face. And it's because you crank the handle and it pops.
It pops. And I hate it. One of the most things that I hated about ASC sessions is that balloon pop.
The balloon pop,
game.
yeah.
It was like, I tell them every day, like, can I, I'm the MC. Can you guys stop giving it to me? And they're like, no.
No.
I could have swear, like, in ASC, I was like,
Right. And now we know in her head she's just dropping F-bombs one after another.
No, I'm not gonna
You've grown so much, I mean.
You're not going to swear now. You've cursed 30 times this episode.
I will not. Sorry, can you edit that out, please?
No, I'm happy that she could be herself in front of the camera now. Because ASC is very, PG.
I still do that in ASC, though.
No, of course, you have to.
Yeah,
You're not allowed to swear.
All right, question. What was your least favorite game or segment on ASC?
Oh,
to win your guys' CDs. Like, a prize were Eric Nam's CD, a prize were Kevin Wu's CD, and I was like,
wow.
I remember she threw it. She was like,
I want this.
And after the show is done, everyone was like, "수고했습니다," and we leave, right? She left it on the table.
And I took it back next week. Kevin, please stop talking about what happened 3 years ago.
Wow, so disrespectful
Right?
to Sambe.
To Sambe?
So disrespectful.
You didn't even want my CD. You guys didn't even ask for my CD.
Okay, so Jamie's favorite was winning our CDs all the time. Did you have a favorite or most hated segment?
I always had to learn the girl group dance when they come and then perform it in front of them.
Dude.
Like, I'm a Twice fan.
Dude.
And when they come, I was super, super, like, in fanboy mode. And, like, I didn't want to show that to them because, like, and there's Hanbei, and I had to kind of keep my cool. But, like, they made me dance to TT in front of them.
Right.
And, like, do the aegyo in front of them.
Yeah.
And that just, like, killed my pride.
And then Twice were like,
Because they're equally just as uncomfortable about it. Because they're like, why is a Hanbei 10 years older than me doing our dance? Like, this is very awkward.
No, but like, I don't think they would think it that way. I think they would be like,
I think it's just all in my head.
I'm sure they're thankful, but like at the same time, it's like, but like, is it okay that he's doing this? Like,
yeah, I think they were
it's
worried
not-
about me.
Right. Not in like a what the heck?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
they're not the type of thing like that. It's just
Yeah.
like I hope like he's not completely uncomfortable doing this because, and I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah.
Because they would keep making us, and this is before Jamie was there. They would keep making us do the most ridiculous skits
in front of the Shinins.
Yeah, and like ridiculous dances and ridiculous corners. And I remember I was like, I cannot do this.
But you were good at it. It's a natural talent for you.
No, 그냥 언젠가부터 막 나가. Like I'm just like, you know what? F it. Let's go. And I just forget. I just black out.
I remember you do the makchum.
I just black out. I don't remember anything. I black out.
Yeah.
And then I'm just like, okay, we're done. Let me breathe. But that was part of like when we first started with Hanbyul, like the first host. He was like so high tension and so over the top that like I had to match his energy.
Yeah.
And we would just like egg each other on one-on-one.
Because you have a high tension as well.
But then
when you
he's
want
higher
to.
than me. So then when he's gone, then it's like
your voice is gone.
My voice is gone.
Everything's gone.
But and then like Kevin's coming on, and I was like, thank God Kevin's here because he can actually dance.
Right.
He's actually talented to dance. I cannot.
I do.
So I look
No,
like.
what do you mean? You were the best dancer in Korea, Eric. You
I
should
mean,
have pride for it.
Look,
known as the
I'm just
dancing
trying to be
machine.
humble, guys. Duh.
Can I go out?
Fans love it when you dance on your tour.
But I understand what you mean when like you always have to do girl group dances in front of people.
Girl
like,
group dances, doing like, those skits.
Right.
Remember that one time N Flying came and then they made him do a back hug to you and then you had to do a like, I love you type of line. And you didn't want to get killed by their fan club, so you said,
이거 다 뮤트해야 돼. Wow, she just cursed a shit
I
ton.
know, like,
wow.
okay.
And you just swear too.
That was like the first and the very last episode that the boy group would actually hug me or touch me because I was like, so we were in the, we were in a scene. So they gave us a scene and I was like, I was supposed to like eggo to them and then they need to like comfort
be their
me.
girlfriend.
Be their girlfriend. And then someone hugged me at the back. He felt uncomfortable
Yeah.
too.
Right.
I felt it because he was like, he was like
breathing like heavily like.
And I was like, and then after that episode, I got so many hate comments just by standing still
Right.
and got a hug like
Right.
from their oppa. And I was like,
Right.
I didn't want to believe me.
Yeah.
And then so there were like two bashments. One,
Two bashments.
yeah, there were like two bashment hate comments.
Okay.
So
Oh,
one was like,
bashments.
why is my oppa hugging you? And then one is like, why aren't you happy when my oppa's hugging you? So I don't know what to do. I'd be like,
Yeah. No, I felt so bad because, Jimin is like the only girl
Right.
amongst the MCs and she was always the one who had to do all this.
Right.
But she would get so much hate and bash from
Right.
the
And
fan
And if I
clubs.
like it, they'd be like, why do you like it, B? And then
Yeah.
like, if I hate it, they'd be like, why you hate it?
Yeah.
Right.
No, I'm
it's
so
it's
glad,
a
Jimmy.
lose situation.
Yeah.
There's no answer to it.
There's no answer.
But I think what a lot of people didn't understand is like we tried to take as much of that stuff out as we possibly could.
Yeah.
But even with all of that taken out, you still have all these skits in there. But let's talk a little bit more about some lighter stuff. It has been brought to my attention that you are the leader of the Big Titty Committee.
Gang.
Please explain what the Big Titty Committee is.
It's an exclusive gang.
Okay.
Bro, it's exclusive. So I did a V Live one time. And they were and then a fan asked me on V Live, where do you like to work out the most? And I was just like, either my back or my chest, because a man's got to keep his titties big. I just said it like without any thought. You know, like, you got to have a nice set of titties for even though, you're a man. Just keep your man titties. Your
man pecs.
Man pecs big, The next day I wake up, Twitter is blowing up. Big man titty gang. Big man titty committee. He's the titty guy. People know me more for that than they do for BM from Card. I don't know how that blew up. I have no idea.
You were just a meme, dude.
I'm a meme god right now.
You're a meme god.
And like it's crazy because not only are fans going crazy, but there are other artists saying, "Oh yeah, titty." The titty movement is in motion
alive.
right now.
It's real and alive.
It's crazy.
Who else is part of this committee?
There's a lot. One guy, I'll say if I'm the president, I want to say he might be the secretary. Hong-seok from Pentagon. You gotta look at his titties, bro. He got big titties right now. He got real big titties right now. Yeah, man titties.
Okay.
Hey, if you want to be part of the gang, bro, I got you on some workouts.
Dude, I'm just trying to stay alive. That's my goal.
They'll help you stay alive.
Okay. So there's you, there's Hong-seok. Give us 2 more members of this committee. Do you guys work out together?
Oh yeah, we do.
Okay. All right.
We do. Let me see. Mingyu from 17. He got a nice pair.
Dan, you okay?
This is just bad timing.
Alright.
You're good. Have you seen them? Is that why you're calling?
I don't know who these people are.
Okay, well, check out their titties if you have the time. They're nice.
Okay. Mingyu, Hong-seok, you.
I forget his name. Oh my god. I don't know why I went blank for a second. From New East. He was also on Men's Health.
Is it Peko?
Peko. He got a yeah, he good. He's good.
So did you guys like meet up and be like, yo, you guys have some nice chestables going on today? Like, what's going on?
I just admire them from far away. I'm just like,
okay.
I gotta work on mine a little bit too. Okay. Gotta hit some bench presses.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Hey guys, before you go, make sure you like, subscribe, and turn on the notifications for this channel. And comment if you can. And before you go, there's so much more content. Look at this. Amazing content for you guys to check out. Do it now. Please? Okay, bye. Go. Bye.